Hi, beautiful badasses. Welcome back. This week I've just been thinking about the connection between two things, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you to sort of grow some awareness. And the two things is the connection between having a trauma-organized nervous system and unresolved trauma, and how that really might be at the root and fueling a scarcity mentality, as opposed to an abundance mentality. And so just briefly, definition of abundance mentality is I have enough, I am enough, I am fill in the blank enough, I am attractive enough, skinny enough, pretty enough, rich enough, etc. And I have enough that I can share. And a scarcity mentality is I don't have enough, I'm not blank enough. And a scarcity mentality is so linked with shame. And I was just, exploring this actually with a client and really seeing how trauma and scarcity mentality are so linked. And it's almost like a scarcity mentality is part of having a trauma-organized nervous system. So a big part of trauma that many people experience, whether it would be abuse or generational trauma or the trauma that is a result of poverty, is believing that it's somehow our fault, or that we're not enough, or that we somehow brought this on ourselves, or believing that there's something wrong inherently with us, that we are inherently bad or inherently broken. And that is so linked with a scarcity mentality. And so it's so hard to cultivate an abundance mentality, whether that be financially or with love or with self-compassion or, in whatever way that we feel like we're lacking. To cultivate an abundance mentality might require us to really look at unresolved pain or unresolved trauma. There are real limits to living in the cycle of poverty. There's trauma that results from poverty, and part of our system is having this flight or fight response and having maybe some dissociation happen. And so we literally can pay attention to only the next thing in front of us, and we're kind of crisis managing all the time. And if we sprinkle in some dissociation or flight, fight, freeze response, it's very hard for us to kind of step back and get the bigger picture and do the things that will cultivate some abundance, whether that would be financially or seeing how our actions impact other people, which are the things that really cultivate an abundance mentality. And I say this only to bring awareness and to bring some curiosity, if this is something that you struggle with, to bring some curiosity to, how trauma might be rooting and be at the root and fueling maybe a scarcity mentality, and what are small things that we can do to start cultivating some abundance, not just financially, but with love and happiness and joy and freedom and all of the things that make life worth living. It's like a walking the line, right, of having compassion and understanding and context to why we might be struggling with scarcity in whatever area you are, and pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone to turn the mind and turn our actions and behaviors more towards cultivating abundance. I don't know, leave some comments below and tell me what you think. All right, be well, my dears. Bye.